Hello children, this is my second video on chapter number 9, reproduction in animals. In my first video we have seen what is reproduction, what are the modes of reproduction. There are two types of reproduction, sexual reproduction and asexual. Then we had seen sexual reproduction. Then we had seen male reproductive organs, then female reproductive organs. Then we saw what is fertilization, and then we discussed what is internal fertilization and what is external fertilization. Now we come to development of embryo. We have seen what is fertilization. Male gamete and female gamete, that means sperm and embryo, fuse together to form a single cell zygote. And this zygote divides again and again to give rise to a ball of cells. This is known as embryo. And then embryo again continues to develop. It keeps on dividing, and body parts such as hands, legs, head, eyes, they all begin to be seen. So at that stage of embryo where all the body parts can be identified is called fetus. It is called fetus, F-O-E-T-U-S, fetus. And then fetus also develops, and then mother gives birth to baby. Now, we have seen internal fertilization. Fertilization inside the body of the female. In hens also internal fertilization takes place, but hens do not give birth to babies. They give eggs. They lay eggs. So let us find out how it is done. After fertilization, the zygote divides repeatedly and travels down the oviduct. As it travels down, many protective layers are formed around the zygote. This protective layer in hens we see as the hard shell. So after the hard shell is formed around the developing embryo, the hen lays the egg. But you have seen that hens sit on the eggs for many days to provide sufficient warmth, because the development of embryo is taking place inside the eggs. After it is completely developed, the egg bursts open and we see small chickens coming out. And in external fertilization, the fusion of embryo and egg takes place outside the female body, and they develop inside the egg. And after the egg hatches, we see so many in the case of frog, the female gives eggs in water, the male gives sperms on the eggs. Fertilization takes place outside the body, and then afterwards you see tadpoles swimming into the water. The young ones of frog are called tadpoles. We see them. Now we come to next topic, viviparous and oviparous animals. What are viviparous and what are oviparous animals? Some animals give birth to their young ones. उनके बच्चे पैदा होते हैं. They are called viviparous animals. Example, human being, dog, cat, cow, buffalo, goat, all these animals. And there are certain animals which lay eggs. They are called oviparous animals. For example, most of the birds, they are oviparous animals. Let us see activity 9.2. Here they have said, observe the eggs of some animals like frog, lizard, butterfly, all these animals. So eggs of a few animals are easy to observe, because we observe the eggs of hen. We can gather them also, but we cannot collect the eggs of dog, cow or cat, because the egg is inside the mother's body, because the mothers give birth to their young ones. They do not lay eggs. Then let us see our next topic, young ones to adult. So just let us see the life cycle of some animals which grow from eggs. So first, let us see a silkworm. First, silkworm lays eggs. Then eggs develop into larva or the caterpillar. And then caterpillar develops into pupa. It eats and then it secretes certain liquid from its mouth. It covers the caterpillar completely, which is called pupa. And after that, from pupa, butterfly comes out. This is the life cycle of a silkworm. Now let us see the life cycle of a frog. Adult frog lays eggs, and from eggs, then early tadpole, and then later tadpole. Now let us see another term which is called metamorphosis. What is metamorphosis? The transformation of the larva into an adult. The transformation of larva into an adult. Transformation of the larva into adult through drastic changes is called metamorphosis. The change is so drastic. If you see a tadpole and then you see a frog, you cannot recognize this is the baby frog which is going to develop into adult frog. So tadpole is the young one of a frog, but it looks completely different from the frog. So tadpole undergoes drastic changes to become frog. So this is known as metamorphosis. In my last video we have seen that modes of reproduction are two. That means sexual reproduction and asexual reproduction. So we have already finished what is sexual reproduction. We have seen in human beings how the male reproductive organ, female reproductive organ, how zygote is formed, and then embryo is formed, then fetus is formed, and the baby is born. Now we are going to study in detail asexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction. So what is asexual reproduction? This asexual reproduction is a type of reproduction in which only single parent is involved. In sexual reproduction, you need a father parent and mother parent. You need two, father and mother. But in asexual reproduction, only one individual is sufficient. So let us see the examples of asexual reproduction. Budding in hydra. Let us see budding in hydra. See this diagram. In the first figure, a small bud develops on the body of the hydra, and then it is becoming bigger. Later on you see the nucleus of the hydra also divides, and a part of nucleus reaches the bud, and when bud falls down from the body of the hydra, it develops into an individual. So that means only one hydra, the bud is developing on its body, and after development, after it gets a part of the nucleus, if it disintegrates from the parent's body, it develops into a new hydra. Now second, binary fission. Binary fission. Bi means two, fission means divide. This is seen in amoeba. You see the first A diagram, adult amoeba. In B, first it divides its nucleus. Nucleus is divided into two parts. Then we see in both the parts nucleus goes, and then the body divides into two. So one mother amoeba gives birth to two daughter amoeba. This is called binary fission. Only one parent is involved. That means only one hydra develops bud in its body and gives birth to another hydra. And amoeba also, a single mother amoeba divides into two and gives birth to two daughter amoeba. These daughter amoeba grow up and become adult, and again they follow this binary fission. So in asexual reproduction, we have seen in your class it is given two methods are given. One is budding and second is binary fission. Now let us see story of Dolly, the clone. What is cloning? Cloning is the production of exact copy of a cell, any other living part, or a complete organism. Cloning of an animal was successfully performed for the first time by Ian Wilmot and his colleagues at the Roslin Institute of Edinburgh, Scotland. They successfully cloned a sheep which was called Dolly. Dolly was born on 5th July 1996 and was the first mammal to be cloned. So just see, A. Finn Dorset sheep, Scottish blackface Eve, and C is Dolly. So the first mammal to be cloned was called Dolly. During the process of cloning Dolly, a cell was collected from the mammary gland of a female Finn Dorset sheep, A, figure A you can see. Simultaneously, an egg was obtained from a Scottish blackface Eve B. Diagram B. The nucleus was removed from the egg. Then the nucleus of the mammary gland cell from the fin Dorset sheep was inserted into the egg of the Scottish blackface eyes, whose nucleus had been removed. The egg thus produced was implanted into the Scottish blackface Eve, and this development of the egg followed normally, and finally Dolly was born. So this was the first mammal to be cloned, but after Dolly several attempts have been made. But many of them die before birth also and immediately after birth. And the cloned animals are found to be born with severe abnormalities. So with this, I finish this lesson. If you have any doubt, please contact me. Message to me. I will try to solve all your query. Thank you.